So in the last class, I had finished till IRR, and we were supposed to start with the next method. So today we will begin with profitability index. Let me just check. I hope I had completed it. So till IRR we are done. So today we are supposed to start with the profitability index, which is the next method of discounting techniques for investment decision. Okay. So before I start that method, I'll just revise a little bit of things for you. Investment decision techniques are nothing but techniques that help in deciding in which projects a business should invest. So if a business has multiple projects and limited capital, where the money should be invested has to be decided. So to select the projects, we apply this investment decision techniques. Now there are two types of techniques. One is the discounting techniques, then the other one is the non-discounting techniques. Discounting techniques use time value of money and help us in finding the project that is more appropriate to be selected. Non-discounting techniques take the cash flows as it is. They don't calculate the present value and they don't consider the time value of money. Now, in discounting techniques, we have started with that, and the very first one that we did was NPV technique, that is net present value. The rule of thumb for net present value technique is if your NPV is positive, you accept the project. If it is negative, you reject the project. And how to calculate NPV? We find the present value of cash inflows, and from that we minus the initial investment to get the NPV value. The second technique that we studied was IRR, internal rate of return, which is nothing but the minimum rate of return that a company should earn. Why is IRR important? Because it tells us how much minimum we have to earn so that we can set targets for higher achievements or higher earnings. So if I know my minimum rate is 12%, I can think of earning more than that. At 12, I'll be basically having a very low. At 12%, I'll be having no profit, no loss. So anything above 12 will give me profit. So that is how I have to plan my investment decision using IRR. Now, under the same discounting techniques, the third one is the profitability index. So for all the techniques, we saw the base that we are taking is NPV. So once you know how to calculate NPV, you can do any technique very easily. So finding present value of cash flow and seeing the table is very, very important. So now under profitability index, to find the profitability index, the formula that we're going to use is present value of cash inflows divided by present value of cash outflows. Now, this is nothing but your initial investment also. So, you can call it as initial investment also because your cash outflows is nothing but the initial investment that you make in the company. Okay. So, you can also say present value of cash inflows divided by initial investment, or you can say present value of cash outflows. Now, what is the rule of thumb for this technique? So the rule of thumb is nothing but how do we say that we are going to accept a project or reject a project. So if your profitability index, I'll call it as PI, if your PI is greater than 1, we accept the project. Okay, then if your PI is less than 1, we reject the project. So this is the rule that we have to remember and follow. So whatever answer you get, if it is greater than 1, the project is beneficial, we accept it. And if it is less than 1, we reject it. So using this rule of thumb, we need to decide whether we are going to accept a particular project or not. Let's start with the first problem. They've asked you to calculate the profitability index for the following projects if the discount rate is 15%. So using 15% as discount rate, we will first find the present value of cash inflows and then divide it with the initial investment to get the profitability index. So let us do it in the Excel sheet. So first column we write year, then we have cash flows or cash inflows, then present value interest factor at 15%. So 15% is the rate that we are going to consider, and present value cash flows. Present value of cash flows we will. Okay. So how many years data we have? We'll just check. We are doing it for project M first. There's 5 years and 5 years cash flows are given. So we'll write here heading project M. Okay, now we have to see the present value interest factor at 15%. So we will go to the table and check the 15% rate. One of your classmates had asked me to share this table. I'll do that after this class. So this is the table. Okay. So we'll see how it actually works. We'll go to the present value table, the normal table, not the annuity table, and the rate given is 15%. So 15% I have to search. Now here it's there till 10%. So below that we have 15%. I hope it's visible. So this is 15% rate and these are the years. So for first year at 15% it is 0.870. Second year 0.756. Third year 0.658. So we will write it the same way 0.870, 0.756, 0.756. Then we have 0.658, 0.572, 0.658, 0.572, and the last one is 0.497 for the fifth year. Okay, hopefully I've taken the correct rates 870, 756, 658, 572, and 497. Now what we will do, we'll multiply the cash flows with the rate to get the present value of cash flows. So we do is equal to multiplication of 2,50,000 into 0.870, we get 2,17,500. 2,80,000 into 0.756, you will get 2,11,680. Similarly, we do it for the rest of the years. We multiply the cash inflows with the present value interest factor. Now we'll total all the present value cash flows to get the total. So once you add all this, you will get the total of the present value of cash inflows. Now the formula of profitability index is PI. I'll call it as PI. PI is equals to present value of cash inflows divided by, we'll say, initial investment. Or you can also say present value of cash outflows. So we'll find PI now. PI is equal to present value of cash inflows is 9,74,335 divided by the initial investment given in the question is 10 lakh rupees for project M. So we have to do divided by 10 lakh. Just divide and see how much you get. 9,74,335 divided by 10 lakh. 0.974. Now, is this less than 1 or greater than 1? Can anybody tell me?
Less than 1.
Less than 1. So when it is less than 1, what we have to do? We need to reject the project because that's the rule. So I'll say here as profitability index is less than 1, we reject the project. Okay. Similarly, we have to do for project M, sorry, N. We finished it for N. So the same method we will use and do it for project N now. So again the same columns here, cash inflows, present value interest factor at 15% and present value cash flows. So let's put it together. Take the year and cash inflows from the question. So project N, these are the cash flows. 5 years. Again, we have to see 15% from the table, which we already have here. We have seen it for project M. Same values will be there for project N because the rate is same 15%. So now we'll do present value of cash inflows multiplied by the present value interest factor 0.870. You get 2,61,000. Similarly, 3,50,000 into 0.756, you get 2,64,600. In the same way, we do it for the remaining years as well. Then we need to total it. Present value cash flows is equal to, we'll add all these to get the total. And that comes to 11,53,760. Just 1 second. So now we will say profitability index is equals to present value of cash flows 11,53,760 divided by initial investment, which is 10 lakh. So you get profitability index as 1.153. Now this is greater than 1, therefore we need to accept the project. So we write as profitability index is greater than 1, we accept the project. So the first one, project M, we rejected because the profitability index was less than 1, it was 0.974. Whereas in the second case, we accepted because it is greater than 1, 1.153. So this is how we need to do the profitability index problems. Any doubts, anybody in the first problem? Okay, let us go to the next sum now. So the second sum also talks about profitability index as well as discounted payback period. So two methods are asked here. Discounted payback period is another method of discounting techniques. In this question, both are asked, so I'll teach you both together. So profitability index will solve first. Let's find the present value of cash flows. The two projects are project A and project B. So first let's do it for project A. Here cash inflows, present value interest factor, and we'll see the rate. It is at 12%. So at 12% and present value cash flows. After this also we will need one more column. So if you're doing it along with me, please draw one more column after this. What is that? I'll tell you later when we do discounted payback period. We have 4 years Take the cash inflows 10, 12, 8, and 14. Present value interest factor at 12%. So we'll look at the table and see 12%. What are the rates? So here is 12%. See this second row, sorry, second column. For first year, it is 0.893, 0.797, 0.893, 0.797. Then we have 0.712 and 0.636. 0.712 and 0.636. So these are the rates. Now what we'll do is we'll multiply the present value of the cash inflows with the present value interest factor to get the present value of cash flows. So 10,000 into 0.893, we get 8,930. 12,000 into 0.797, we get 9,564. And so on, we get the other cash flows as well. Now we'll find the total. So present value cash flows is equal to the total of all these cash flows, which is 33,094. Now we can find profitability index. Profitability index is equal to present value of cash flows 33,094 divided by initial investment. Let's see the initial investment part. Initial investment is 50,000 rupees given in the question. So we'll divide it by 50,000. So we will get the profitability index as 0.661. Now the profitability index is less than 1. So we reject the project. I hope it's clear till here. So first method we have finished using the table. Now let us solve for the second method, that is discounted payback period. So here I will write discounted payback period. PBP is nothing but payback period. I want to write the full form. Okay. Now what do we mean by discounted payback period? It's nothing but we are finding in how many years. Period means it is years. Remember that. So we will not get the answer in rupees or fractions, but we will get it in number of years. So in how many years we are able to recover back our 50,000 rupees? That is what we have to find. And why do they call it discounted? Because we use present value of cash flows to find it, not the actual cash flows. So when you're finding the present value, it means you're discounting the cash flows. So from now, all of you listen to me carefully. It's very, very important to understand it at this stage itself. First, 50,000 rupees we have invested. From first year, we can get 8,930. I'll show it here in detail. So what I'm doing, 50,000 minus 8,930. Whatever you get is your discounted, is your remaining balance. So 50,000 minus 8,930, 41,070. This is what is remaining at the end of the first year. Now from this 41,070, you can recover 9,564 in the second year. So in the second year, what I'm doing, 41,070 minus 9,564. So you will get the remaining balance of money, 9,564. You get 31,506. Then from the third year, you can recover 5,696. So 31,506 minus 5,696 I have to do, which will be equal to 25,810. Now, in the next year, from this 25,810, we will minus the cash flows, discounted cash flows, that is 8,904, which will be equal to 16,906. And in the last year, okay, these were the only 5 years, 4 years. There is no last year. This is the total. So you can see here how many years it took for us. It took full 4 years, but still we are not able to recover our money. So how much will be the discounted payback period? We will write here discounted payback period for project A is more than 4 years, which is the life, which is more than the life of the project. Okay, so that means in 4 years we are not able to recover our money. This should get to zero. Till it gets to zero, we need to see how many years. So we have used full 4 years cash flows, but we still have a loss of 16,906, which we have not recovered. So the payback period is more than 4 years. So therefore, this project is not acceptable because the life of the project is 4 years. Within that, if you are not able to recover your money, then the project shouldn't be accepted. So that is the discounted payback period. I hope you understood how we did. Whatever is our investment from that minus the first year cash flow, present value cash flow, you will get the remaining balance. From the balance minus the second year, similarly balance minus the third year and fourth year. Any doubts with project A? Anybody let me know. Otherwise, we'll go for project B. Is it clear with everyone? Yes, any doubts, anybody? So second year also, that is a project B has 4 years. Present value interest factor is again 12%. So we have the 12% rates above. We'll just take those. Present value cash flows 15,000 into 0.893. We'll get the present value cash flow 13,393. Similarly, 18,000 into 0.979, you will get 14,346. 12,000 into 0.7128544 and 3816. You find the total of this. Add all this to get the total. So 40,101 is the total. Now we can find the profitability index. PI is equal to present value of cash flows 40,101 divided by initial investment. Investment in project B is 60,000. So find the profitability index divided by 60,000. So 40,101 divided by 60,000 is 0.6683, which is again less than 1. Therefore, we need to reject the project. So here we say as PI is less than 1, we reject the project. Okay, then now we'll find the discounted payback period. Initial investment is 60,000. We'll see whether we are able to recover 60,000 in the life of the project or not. So from the first year, 60,000 minus the present value cash flow, 13,395 Remaining balance 46,605. From the second year, 46,605 minus 14,364, 32,346.
Ma'am, 14346, ma'am.
Will be 46,605 minus 14,346, 32,259. Then next year from 32,259 we'll minus the cash flows 8,544, 23,715. Then last year 23,715 minus 3,816, we get 19,899. So still you can see 19,899 rupees are yet to be recovered. We could not recover the full amount. So this project also should be rejected because the discounted payback period is more than 4 years. So the same thing we will write here. Discounted payback period is more than 4 years. So discounted payback period for project A is more than 4 years, which is more than the life of the project. And sorry, for project B. So therefore, what we do, we will reject this project because it is taking more than the life of the project to recover our money. So this is how you have to do for discounted payback period. Any doubts? Anybody? Was that clear? Let's go to the next problem then. From the following project, find profitability index and discounted payback period if the initial investment is 85,000 and discount rate is 15,000. So it's a single project. There's no two projects. They have asked us to find it. So here cash flows, they've told the interest factor is 15%. So present value interest factor at 15%. And then we have present value of cash flows. So we find they've also asked for discounted payback, so you also create one more column. So at 15% rate, we want till 5 years. In the previous sum, I had it, so I'll take the table values from there itself. Now you can do cash inflows into the present value interest factor to get the present value of cash flows. So is equal to 10,000 into 0.870, you get 8,700. 20,000 into 0.756, you get 15,120. Similarly, we have to do it for the remaining years. So you get these values. Now we need to total it to find the profitability index. So present value cash flows, the total of it 99,120 is the total. 60, 80, 90. Okay, so we'll find the profitability index now. Profitability index is equals to present value of cash flows 99,120 divided by initial investment. The initial investment given in the question is 85,000. So we'll divide it by 85,000 to find the PI. 99,120 divided by 85,000 will get 1.16. So here profitability index is greater than 1, therefore we accept the project because we are earning more than what we are investing. We are earning 99,120 and we are investing 85,000. So as profitability index is greater than 1, we accept the project. Then now let's go to the discounted payback period. And the investment in the project was 85,000. So we need to recover this 85,000 rupees. How are we going to do it? Let's see. So in the first year, from that 85,000, we are able to recover 8,700. So 85 minus 8,700, 76,300 you get. Second year, 76,300 minus 15,120. 76,300 minus 15,120. 61,180 you get. Next year from 61,180 will minus 19,740, that is this cash flow, discounted cash flow. You get 41,440. Then next year 41,440 minus 25,740, that's the next year cash flow, minus 25,740, you get 15,700. Now look here, next year all of you, we have a cash flow of 29,820 and we need only 15,700. So we will not take the full year cash flow here. What we need is 15,700, whereas it is 29,820. So how do we solve this kind of a problem? Okay, so what we will do is, how many years we have already taken, we'll see. First year full cash flow, second, third, fourth. So 4 years full we have taken. We'll write here payback period, or we'll say discounted payback period is equal to 4 years plus how much we need, 15,700 we need still to be recovered, that is here, divided by how much we have the cash flows of the last year, 29,820. So what you need divided by what you have. I need 15,700 in the last year and I have 29,820 in the last year. So 29,820 we will divide it with that to get the value. So here discounted payback period will be equal to 4 years plus 15,700 divided by 29,820, you get 0.526. So it is 4 years, 4.5, 4 plus 0.526 if I do, I'll get 4.526 years. If they ask you to show it in months, how you will do it? I'll do it 4 plus 0.526 I have got into, in a year there are 12 months. So into 12 months if you do, you can convert it to months also. So 0.526 into 12, you get 6.31 months. So that will be equal to 4 plus 6.31 months. So you can say 4 years, 6.31 months. You need not do it till here. They will usually not ask till this detail. I just showed you how to convert it into months. If you want it in days, you can do 0.526 into 365 days. If you want it in weeks, you can do into 52 weeks. So this is how you can find. So now if you see, the company is able to recover its money in 4.5 to 6 years only. That is 4.5 years only. The last year full cash flow is not required. So it's recovering the investment within the life of the project, so we can accept the project. So payback period tells you how much time it will take for a project to recover its cash flows. So this was about discounted payback period. Do you have any doubts in this problem? Anybody having any doubts? Was it clear how we did discounted payback period?
Yes, ma'am.
Now this is the sum. Rate the following projects using profitability index. So OPI they have asked. Let's do it here itself. So here now tell me what is the difference in the question. These are projects. So these are different sums. Project A, project B, C, D, E, F, G. So H. These many problems are there. The investment in each project is different. 5 lakh, 6 lakh, 7 lakh 50, 4 lakh 50. Annual cash flows are given. That means it is a annuity problem. So project A will earn 1 lakh 20,000 every year for 8 years. Life of the project is 8 years. So this is like the first sum or the first project. Similarly, this will be the second project. So don't take it as cash flows. Don't take this as cash flows. Here you can see nowhere they have given year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here they have given A, B, C, D, E, F. That means these are projects. And years are given here. It's going to be used for 8 years, and every year the project is going to earn 1,20,000, whereas the investment is 5 lakh. So using the annuity table, we need to find the present value of cash flows and then find the profitability index. So let's do it here itself. First, we'll do it for project A. Okay, project A, we have to find present value cash flows, which is equal to cash inflow into present value interest factor. At what rate? Have they given the rate here? Just a minute. I think I forgot to write the rate there. 12%. At the rate of 12% we have to find. Okay. So at 12% for 8 years. So we need to go to the annuity table and check 12% for 8 years. So present value cash flow is equal to cash inflow for project A, which is 1,20,000 annual cash inflow. I'll write the word annual here for you. 1,20,000 into, we'll see the annuity table now, not the normal present value table. This was the normal present value table. You can see 1 plus r raised to n. But I need the annuity table, which is 1 minus 1 plus r raised to n divided by r. So this is annuity cumulative. Okay. And I need 12% here. So I'll go to the 12% factor values. And for the 8th year, in annuity, we don't see for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, till 8 years. We just need the 8th year annuity value, that is 4.968. So we will write it there. 1,20,000 into 4.968 will get the present value of cash flows, which is 5,96,160. is the present value cash flows. Now we can find the profitability index, which is equal to present value of cash flows divided by initial investment. So profitability index is equals to 5,96,160 divided by, let's see the initial investment for project A, it is 5 lakh rupees. So divided by 5 lakh, so you will get profitability index is equal to 1.192. So it is greater than 1. Conclusion will write at the end looking at which project can be accepted or rejected, or we can even rank them. Similarly, we'll do it for project B. Present value cash flows is equals to, we have to see the annual cash flow for project B, 1,50,000. So 1,50,000 into present value interest factor at 12% for 7 years. Project B is for 7 years. So we can find the value in the table now. Present value cash flow is equals to 1,50,000 into 12% for 7 years. We need to check annuity table. 12% 7 years, it's 4.564. 4.564. So you will get present value cash flows equal to 1,50,000 into 4.564 is 6,84,600. Now we can find the profitability index, which is equal to 6,84,600 divided by the initial investment 6 lakh rupees. So divided by 6 lakh. So you will get profitability index is equal to 1.141. Similarly, you have to do for project C, D, E, F, G, and H. Will you be able to do it? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll write here. Do the same way for remaining projects. After you do it, we need to rank the projects. So we will just list down that and we'll also rank it. Just a minute. I'll just give you the answers. You can solve and check whether you've got the answers or not. Okay, so here I'll write project profitability index and rank. So we have projects A, B, till G we have in the profitability index that I have got 1.192 for project A, 1.141 for project B, 0.548 for project C, 1.067, 1.332, 1.039, 1.035, and 0.581. So these are the, I think I must got something till H there. Okay. So there is project H as well. Okay, so what we have to do till project H, you have to find. I've done it for A and B. Similarly, you do it for C, D, E, F, G, and H. So highest is 1.332, that is project E. So we give a first rank to it. Then 1.192, second rank. 1.141 gets the third rank, that is project B. Fourth rank 1.067. Then you have 1.039, fifth rank. 1.035, sixth rank. Okay. Then if you see Project C and project H should be rejected because the value is less than 1. So we just write here rejected and rejected. Okay, why we are rejecting it? Because the values are less than 1. Whatever was more than 1, we have ranked it. Now the company can decide how they want to invest into the projects. Okay, so if you have any doubts, you can ask. Otherwise, you can type your roll numbers in the chat box.